For an Adiran, you're very resourceful and more than capable. Nature is as stubborn as ever, I see. Now that I've got a heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. No, not to worry. Let's start with an easy one. You wait. All right. Let's try some word association. Chrysalis.
The spark ignites a flame.
Hello? You still with me? Strange. Shouldn't feel anything in the physical sense. Hey, let's go over your soul is like a piece of sea glass. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. Usually all it takes is a mirror. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both it's old, dark, and that would be closer to Giatta's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land. Exactly. And if I know essence, it can't... All I can tell you is keep looking. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
Something the matter? I hope not. Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest? That's the fun part of metaphysics. Everything is strange. Look at us. Barely. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are... And every bit of it was critical to our I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey, thanks to you. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for private, I'd call that a good day's work. Animancy takes a lot of preparation. You might only... Now we just need the right equipment. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus. Think of it as a spiritual tuning fork, or a dowsing rod. It has many functions. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the act.
I can't blame you for avoiding a place like that.
I would get it myself, but... Right now, I would rather... The door to the basement is just outside. Around the corner. Please excuse the man.
If that's where her parents died, I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay, walking into the basement of an animancer I just met. Right, feels great.
Something's not right here. Stay ready.
Haven from the blight. Who grows here?
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn. A life of peace.
Guys, we can leave now, right?
Poor Giada. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
I don't. Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giada's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods, I can't believe this.
You're back. Did you see? I didn't have to worry. All that's really down there is an unhappy memory. My mother had an idea about how to use the essence of the living lands.
I've heard that story too many times. This land...
So I swore an oath. No one could... No. The mystery is my burden, and mine alone. Enough about me. Let's worry about... With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into... I can also use it to smack around. The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar. And I... Naku Tedek, the old godless ruin west of Fjord. There should be some equipment waiting for us. We used it to study the Adra pillar. Then some... I hope they haven't tampered with the equipment, or this'll... Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fjord. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best. Works for me. This is a good opportunity to cleanse up. Thank you again for letting me join you. An animancer never... Still, being an animancer, feel for the first time... You're forgetting all the bridges I burned on my way. At least now I have a place I can call my own. Such a trouble. Not to change the topic, but this little... Just making sure I know what I said. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. I hope so, anyway. What do you want to know? Anyone in particular? I warn you. Kai is a useful fellow. We need people, just not too grounded. On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence, but there's something deeper. Something in his... Kai wears his confidence like a mask. We all do. But in his case, if there's another side to him, no need to rush and that. Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't... We're all wounded. Just look at you. Only just got... You may not be from the living lands, but the island left you a scar to remember. We haven't been together long, but in Paradise you have a reputation for being an This is the frontier, after all. We don't exactly do things by the book. Your Messi Verno tolerates you well enough. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices... At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. I've spilled all the gossip I know. Ask me again. I suppose you deserve to know. My mother wanted to expand Fjord's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious. She thought she could break the wilderness. Anything's possible. But there are significant... After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the... Indeed. A world... Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. I think she was a victim of her own ambition. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with... I can't rule anything out, but I suspect that it lives in the essence of the living. And if I'm right, that means it's been here a lot. No. To my knowledge, the accident, but neither was the experiment. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I was 17. That makes it. After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Kolichi. I have a lot of catching up to do in my... My mother and father didn't know the risks. Caution and experience will stop us from repeat. That's all I care to say for now. I thought my family's research could help. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. Still, I'm hopeful. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Good question. The idea of finishing my... I know I've got one lifetime. I'm glad you think so. Not that I need your approval, but... This is the one life where I am Giatta Castel. Animancer I have an obligation to use the... No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. That little island off of Dawnshore? Ignato Casto led the Valiant Trading Company in the Dead Far. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy. I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with We have enough problems. He had some ideas about moving great distance. As far as I know, he was Animancy and ambition are a dangerous... Afraid not. I've heard a lot of... Some say Castle is still in power. Well, you know how it is. Wherever there's... Unfortunately, whether or not Castle succeeded. Now that you mention it, I did. Every animancer tries and fails. So, one evening, I crept into the... Then I turned it on. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was...
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? I try not to think about it too much. Ah, a simple question. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living land, but essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk. Indeed. Don't get me wrong. This invention is... The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. Perhaps it should You too. I hope no one minds. I made myself at home.
Don't mind at all. It's good to have you. Tell us a bit about yourself, Jim.
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giatta's going through right now. I mean, I have no idea what she'll need time to get past that. Right, changing the... Thanks for talking.
Anyway, don't mind at all. It's good.
Between the two of us, thank you for helping. Maybe it seems like nothing to you. When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground. She's very special too. Don't let her size fool you. On the inside, one of these days she's going to change the world. Anyway. What are you... Thanks for talking.
Envoy? Right, changing this. Ask away. Yes, I did. Thank you. Not everyone accepts that some... Well, I'm one of the very few people who spends most of their time out in the... I know the difference between hay bleed toxin and high tox bloom, which is something you should be really And you know the Balrog and the grinning Probably the meanest living thing out in the wilds. Just, I am one of the few who have seen a Balrog and lived. We're gonna get you where you're going, Envoy. Alive and with that, more or less. Oh? We've already talked about this. I hope this isn't gonna... Good. No, I didn't poison that drink. It clearly heard about my rep... Right. Why do... If he was a real hunter, he'd have studied... Lucky for me, he was just a tourist and me... More often than you, someone's always trying to get a reputation. Turns out those of us who have a... What do you... Right, changing. Oh. When I was a child in Solace, a warden named Alinka taught me the basics. Later, I started going out on patrols. I was usually part of a small patrol, maybe 4 wardens. We'd make sure the Zarps weren't getting restless. Turns out I was just good at surviving on my own. Right, changing the subject. Because it's not that interesting, so why pry? Wouldn't you rather your... I appreciate... Anyway, what do you need? Pleasant dreams.
Did they not glow in the light? To grow and flourish still? The lake dries. Prune the belflower. Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade. Is the acorn not be? They sing in peace. Do we not? They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells. More than alive. Sleep now.
Ready for more. Coming in hot.
Let's take these things back to camp. You can fiddle with them there.
This one's mine. To your left. Good one. Right. Got them all. Your mother. Watch your shot. You're right. Stand back.
Stop right there, Adirin. I know what you did. I don't have to bow and scrape to you because you let Eagwolf live. That doesn't mean trouble won't We're tired and hungry. That doesn't mean we're...
Is it not enough to be hungry? Now, there has to be a caravan coming soon.
Wouldn't...
There has to be a caravan. There has to be a caravan coming soon.
Wouldn't bet on it.
Stay calm. Let us see what our visitors have to say for themselves. I said, stand down. If they had come to kill us, we would be dead.
Erlen, I know this is the Adirin who set Eagwolf.
What are you going to do? Growl at them? He spared Eagwolf for a reason. I'm sure he also has a reason to stand before us now. It behooves us to listen to it. Then you are of uncommon stock. People who act for the greater good, or many of our fellow rebels hold fast to Eagwolf's vision. Now, we are tired. Please state your purpose and leave. I knew someone would look for it eventually. Allow me to... We tried. The rangers have already hunted the region dry. I feel the farmer's pain as keen, but the crops are the crops. Compromise. The food we have is already fairly enough. Thank you, Adiran. We will remember your generosity.
These people would die without that food.
Today I learned that it is possible for an Adiran official to have a heart. May the skies smile.
I really don't think you saw what you think you saw.
You think I'm what? Seeing things. They're out there. I know it. There's someone else out there. Someone new. Probably
And you're the only one who saw them?
people in armor skulking about in the forest. And it's definitely not the rangers from Fjord. Listen, Adiran. We're grateful for you leaving that food with us.
Either way, you need a new Adiran.